Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. Reiki with Anna. Thank you so much for joining today, for clicking on this video session. If you're new here, welcome. I am a Reiki Master practitioner and a lover of ASMR, and I create hopefully soothing, relaxing, supportive videos to help you sleep or move through any challenges in your life. And basically I just want to be a supportive little corner here of the internet for you to come and share and be yourself. And yeah, so welcome. And if you are already part of the collective or have been here before, then welcome back. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. So we are going to today be focusing on focus. I've received a few requests from you for videos for support during exams. And because I have been out of school for a while now, I don't really remember when exams are, what the schedule is, but I wanted to have this supportive session here for any time that you might need to tap into focus, any time that you might be really wanting to call in concentration and self-discipline. So this is here for that mental focus, clarity, and concentration, or rather supporting you when you are looking to call more of that into your life. So we're going to start with our selenite wands and just kind of combing through the aura and clearing anything that wants to be cleared. I think when we begin to call in or try and tap into a more focused state, part of the process that I find really important or helpful is to clear the mind, kind of quiet some of the chaos that might be happening. It's a lot easier to see our options more clearly when we have kind of stilled the waters, I find. So just starting at the crown and moving down. I've been trying to fulfill your requests as always. So I'm really glad that you've been enjoying the darker videos. And I really want to just make sure that we're all feeling heard and supported here. Okay, so my dog is going to sit beside us here. She doesn't want to be left out, so hopefully her beautiful, calming energy will help you still those waters. She's also very focused, She focuses on one thing at a time. She does not multitask. So these are inspiring things. It's all intentional. Okay, good girl. So starting at the crown and moving down. Okay, great. Now we're going to light some incense and set our intention. So on behalf of your wisest, highest, most empowered and aligned selves, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this distance Reiki session for focus, for clarity, and for concentration. So now I'm just going to move this incense through your aura to clear anything with this smoke that's not in service of that intention. Okay, now I'm just going to draw the symbols about a foot from your heart center and mutter the words under my breath. These are the sacred Reiki symbols that I'll be drawing. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Seiki, seiki, seiki. Hansha, si, shonen. Hansha, si, shonen. Hansha, si, shonen. Taikomi, taikomi, taikomi. Chokure, chokure, chokure. All right, beautiful. Okay. Now I have a little bit of spray here. This is a tea tree and cedar spray. I wanted to invite this in for, there's rosemary in here as well. I wanted to invite this in for grounding energy, taking care of the body. Hang on. Hi, baby. You want a little love? So it has cedarwood, rosemary, and sea tree. Cedarwood to ground and center, rosemary for focus, and tea tree for kind of brightening and energizing. Tea tree is a great essential oil for that kind of rejuvenating vibe. I use tea tree in almost every single one of my sprays. I don't know, I think it's such a refreshing, invigorating scent. And I think it blends really well with other scents. It's like an earthy menthol. Okay. So I'm going to spray here to your right. And then I'm going to spray here to your left, then above your head, and now I'm going to spray in the air around me. It smells so good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is start playing around with a few stones. I have some stones that are usually associated with focus and study and things like that, and then some other stones just to kind of invite in different properties that I thought would support you, as you're studying or taking exams or just wanting to concentrate and focus. So I have this rutilated quartz. It has these beautiful little fibrous strands inside, and it's so pretty. And this is a really great one for discipline, self-discipline. I mean, rutilated quartz has all kinds of different properties, different healing properties, but the ones that we're going to tap into specifically for this session are the self-discipline, and it also improves memory. It can help improve memory, or that's what it's known for, associated with. So I'm just going to kind of run this through the mental field, the mental plane here. And we're just going to call in these properties. Just inviting in this sense of self-discipline. As I'm shooting this, it's still Mercury in retrograde, so I might be just a little tongue-tied. I'm tongue-tied and useless, I'm weak-kneed and brainless, and then you kissed me, I'm history, I'm tongue-tied and useless again. So, I think self-discipline is incredibly important for spiritual practice, but particularly when it comes to focus and study and productivity, because there are going to be moments, days, periods of your life where life gets in the way. Life presents different challenges that disrupt your plans or your hopes. And so if we have a routine that we've built, if we have a structure, a platform, a framework for ourselves that we have put into place and practiced, that we are accustomed to it, then it's going to be a lot easier to move through that during these times during these challenging times, or times of outer chaos or outer, kind of tumultuousness. So if we have that baseline, that framework. And it's something that we have to build every day. If we do little things every day, that compound interest, if we do little things every day to build a structure, the foundation upon which we can then build this edifice, we can create something that is very, very sturdy. So we want to look at this structurally and try and figure out the best way to build. And self-discipline comes in because it's really about on those days when you're not feeling up to it, when you're really not feeling it, whether that's studying, whether your goal has something to do with something creative. If you're a writer, you're writing a book, or you're doing something like whatever it might be, painting, or you're studying for an exam or a test, or you're studying for a real estate license, or anything like that. I'm not giving good examples, but I hope that you're able to fill in the blank on something that pertains to your life. But just any kind of goal that you're working towards, even if it's a fitness goal, a health goal, anything like that. But if we have the infrastructure that we've slowly built up over time, a good time to start building that is those moments where you feel really fiery and alive and alight with creativity and passion and all of that, because then you've already got momentum. And so if you start the work at that point with no expectation that that's going to continue and carry on, and that's going to be a constant, just understanding that feeling might come and go, but once you have the framework in place, it's a lot easier to build on top of that. Might be over explaining, but that's okay. All right, so the memory aspect here that we're playing around with as well is we just want it to be very supportive, to call into mind. And I think, it's helpful when you even look at this stone. It's a lot of the stones that I have for this session are like this. But this is you can see these very clear little fibers. And there's a structure to it, even though it looks a bit chaotic. It's very satisfying to look at, because they look very intentional. And it almost reminds me of the synapses in our brains, the little linking, triggering, firing points in our brains. And it seems so random, but there's an order to the chaos. So yeah, we've got this stone here to support us through this. And I'm just going to be placing this very gently right at the crown of your head there. And so that energy is just going to continue to swirl around and move through as we continue with our session here. I have recently gotten a lot of fluorite. So I have this piece of green fluorite, little cubic. Actually, it's what's it called? Double pyramid. And it's a great little stone. So I wanted to invite this green fluorite and then this purple fluorite. So fluorite is a cubic stone. It forms in these cubes, and it's very organized. It's very geometric and puzzle-like. It's another piece of purple fluorite that I picked up recently. So if you can kind of see, it's as if this little piece kind of was, you can't really see because I think it's so dark, but yeah, this is just a very, very cubic, really beautiful stone, and it's great for focus. All fluorites are fantastic for focus. So what I want to do here is place this green fluorite at your heart, and then I'm going to place the purple fluorite at your third eye. So the green fluorite just at your heart center there, and that's just going to be kind of playing around and moving through as we mean, it's going to be sort of spinning there, if you want to imagine that, while we move through. And then I have this purple fluorite, and I'm going to put it like a unicorn horn right at your third eye here. There we go. Beautiful. I have this purple fluorite, as I showed you before, and it's just a very cool, very satisfying stone. Again, it's probably hard for you to see, maybe if I can hold it against my skin. But we're going to be kind of moving through with this, and different fluorites have different properties, but they're all kind of about focus and clarity. So this purple fluorite is about concentration. It's about harmony. It's about finding or even creating order out of the chaos. I thought this would be helpful for exams because so often stress can lead to this sense of overwhelm, this sense of there's so many things that there's just a tumultuous, chaotic kind of feel. So this is just helping us to invite in a sense of order here. I think one thing I wanted to say about the rutilated quartz as well, and that sense of discipline, is that there are very small things that we can do every day. Like getting enough sleep, drinking an adequate amount of water, moving our bodies. You don't have to do a crazy, Olympian workout or anything like that, but just trying to move your body every day, trying to stretch what feels like it needs stretching, and, just moving our bodies and creating some movement and flow can be really great. Inviting in some mindfulness, doing some meditation, just these little things that you don't realize how much of an impact they have. Eating well, trying to eat, some good food and get some fiber in there, veggies and fruit, protein and all the nutrients that you need. I'm not a nutritionist, and I don't, it's whatever you feel works for you, but just trying to invite in a healthy routine can be, I think, really beneficial. When I don't get enough sleep, oh my goodness, I feel like a different person. I can really tell the areas that I need to work on more when I haven't slept, because it just makes, it's sort of, you can see those chinks in the armor. Beautiful. Maybe you can see it a little bit better here. Just that kind of cubic nature of it, and how it just looks like a jigsaw puzzle, kind of like puzzle pieces put together. I don't know if it's doing it justice. It's such a cool looking stone. But yeah. Now I'm going to invite in another piece of fluorite. This is a rainbow fluorite, and this is another new stone of mine. I'm I'm really excited about the new stones that I got. But this fluorite is very raw, and it has these lines of purple and blue and green and yellow, and not so much yellow, I guess, but purple, blue, and green. It's very pretty. So I'm just going to run this through your etheric field as well here. And rainbow fluorite, contains properties of green fluorite, blue fluorite, purple fluorite, yellow fluorite. So we're looking at power-packed combo here. Concentration, intuition, clarity, focus. Green fluorite also has to do with kind of a real gentleness, inviting in a sense of love and balance. We have harmony, and it's just a great stone. So we're really focusing here on the mental plane and inviting this concentrated energy here. Great. I want to invite in two stones here. This piece of sodalite and this piece of red garnet. Again, garnet has a lot of different properties, but what we're going to be tapping into for this is the fiery aspect of garnet, that energizing quality to it. So the reason I wanted to call that in for this session is to just keep that energy up, help with the mental focus if you're staying awake and alert, that alertness and aliveness. So we're going to be tapping into those properties with this garnet, and then some sodalite for that communication, for that expressing your ideas clearly and efficiently. So I just wanted to call in these two stones as well for support during exams. I think that can be really, really helpful. And again, garnet has all kinds of properties and associations. I really want any of you who are moving through a period where you're really having to buckle down and work hard, any students who are watching, I'd love to hear if you're a student. I love knowing about you. I hope that doesn't sound creepy, but I love knowing, who you are, what you're up to, where you are in your life. And so many of you are so generous sharing what you're moving through. And I'd just love to know if any of you are students or, are going through anything, and how strange it must be to be a student right now. Can't even imagine how complicated and confusing and I'm sure challenging that must be. And maybe great, and maybe exciting and invigorating, who knows. But I'd love to hear. I don't know how it would be. Can only imagine. Okay, great. So I'm going to put this lovely soda light right at the throat chakra, very gently, just right at the throat, and just calling in that clarity of expression, clarity of communication. And then for our garnet, we're going to be placing this on the sacral, 2 to 3 fingers beneath the belly button there, and just calling in a deep sense of fire, creativity. It's helpful to invite creativity in, even if it's the exam that you're taking isn't necessarily creative. If you're doing math or science or anything like that, that can be helpful too, just to sort of think outside the box a little bit. Next, I want to take our pineapple quartz and just kind of move through here. I want to just invite this in. This is a great one for that higher self. I love using it for deeply spiritual sessions or practices or anything like that. I like to use it to kind of write out any dreams or wishes. It's a helpful one in manifesting for me. But for this one in particular, I just wanted to call in a sense of balance so that we're able to kind of balance the energies of the body, mind, and spirit, the mental plane, the emotional plane, the physical plane. Just call in some balance. So I'm going to be connecting the kind of opposing chakra points. So we're going to connect here the crown to the root. And now the third eye to the sacral. Great. And now the throat to the solar plexus. And now I'm just going to be moving through the heart center here, drawing some symbols. And I'm going to lean around to the back and draw some symbols at the same spot on the back. So just kind of connecting the front and the back so that we have balance all around, all throughout the aura. And moving back again. Okay, great. So now I want to call in a piece of yellow calcite. I wanted to invite this in for confidence. I want you to go into any of these things with a sense of confidence. Sometimes when we feel like we're not capable, something happens where it creates a block. Sometimes a memory block, a block in our ability to focus or concentrate. I can't do this. This is too hard. Why is this so hard? So we want to kind of clear that. And I just want to help invite some confidence in your abilities, confidence in your intellect, in your beautiful mind. I just want you to feel good about yourself and feel capable and strong, because you should. You should feel capable and strong and good about yourself. You can do this. You've got this. Sometimes we just need to release certain things and let go and trust that we know more than we think we do. But we do have to remember that self-discipline. So I also wanted to invite this in for lightness and joy and just not taking it too seriously. Just knowing that no matter what, even if you're feeling a lot of pressure about it, and if you're feeling like, if I can't do this, or if I don't do this, it's going to say so much about me. My whole future is ruined. I'm not going to have, if you're experiencing any of that or any of those thoughts, just remembering that your life won't be over if this doesn't go the way that you want it to. Just inviting in if it's available to you, because sometimes that can feel so heavy that it's hard to remove just by saying it or thinking it. But just inviting in where we can a little bit more lightness, and just knowing that people have failed before you and people will fail after you. You're not going to fail. And if you do, you know what? You'll pick yourself up, and that's kind of part of life. Those failures are really, really important and something great to learn from. So just inviting that in for this energy, and then we'll talk about something else that'll hopefully make you feel really happy and positive to close. But inviting in this sense of confidence and joy. I really like focusing for these sessions in the mental plane. First of all, because it's easier for you to see the work that I'm doing. Whereas, if I'm working here in the solar plexus, you're not really seeing that. So this is kind of nice to do the work here. We can kind of intend for this energy to be directed toward the solar plexus as well here. Okay. Great. So I'm going to place this on your solar plexus here, 2 to 3 fingers beneath the belly, or above the belly button, right there. And lastly, we have this piece of labradorite. So this is to manifest. I want to bring this stone in to manifest a beautiful, successful, easy exam. So this is specific to anyone who's taking a test, taking an exam, studying for something where you're going to have to kind of be challenged. So just manifesting an ease for you. That through this, whatever this exam might be for you, that things come easy. Things are popping, everything is feeling connected. And to manifest mental ease, mental dexterity. Alertness, aliveness, manifesting focus, manifesting success, whatever that might mean for this exam, for you, for the application of your study. So we're just inviting in this dream state. Imagine exactly what it would feel like to get the outcome of your dreams. How would that feel? And why do you want it? Really inviting in intentionality here. And just knowing that what you're going through is very challenging, and if you're feeling stressed, it makes total sense. But just know that it's going to be okay. I promise it's going to be okay. It's going to be hard, but just know that deep within you, you got it. This will either be beautiful lesson, or it'll be a beautiful stepping stone for you. You know, failure will be a beautiful lesson, and success will mean that, you know, doors open up for you. So I promise it's going to be okay no matter what. But let's just manifest exactly what you want to, you know, the outcome to be here. And just think about what that would feel like. And then just bathe in that feeling. Just really let it wash over you. Okay, gorgeous. Beautiful. So I'm going to put this in the palm of your hand and just invite you to cup your hands together with that labradorite in between, and just imagine that energy swirling around in between the palms of your hands. And then release the stone, and you can place your hands just on either side of your head, or on your forehead, or on the top of your head, anything like that. Okay, gorgeous. Beautiful. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart for joining today. I'm sending you a great big giant hug and so much supportive energy as you move through studying or the exam that you're taking. Or if you just want more clarity and focus in your life, I hope this was helpful for that as well. So, until next time, be well.